in there? Did I hear a niner? Fun fact about today's show, us being late. It is actually my fault. I was getting some last minute. We were all here, but I had to make sure some stuff was done with what pays the bills, because that's
the usual.
Everybody needs to drop hashtag blame Russo in the chat.
You could drop hashtag licka my balls.
If they could be found.
The balls aren't the issue. Remember, all wheels, no cannon. All wheels, no cannon. Cash, all cannon, no brain. It's it's a myriad of different things. I don't like the color that I am right now. I'm gonna go.
You sound like most white liberals.
I forgot. I saw what you did there. Cash, what's going on? Actually, Cash, give us the intro. Tell us what we're doing. Tell everybody what we're doing after the show this evening.
Tonight at 7:30 Central Standard Time. If you're one of the people that said, you know what, I'm interested, I want to help you guys in your journey and lock arms with you and build this brand of making America better by shopping American and promoting America's economy by employing Americans, and you potentially becoming one of those people who are employed by the company that you shop for, then join us tonight at our live Zoom, 7:30 Central Standard Time. It's going to be awesome. Be there, be square.
You need to create a rhyme that's like unite, don't fight, but it's got to be like about shopping with American dollars. I think that's what you got to do.
Okay, I could do that.
Be creative. Use that brain of yours. Why is nobody watching? Hit the like button. Hit the share button. All right,
That's why. That's why. Because that right there. You don't demand nothing from our followers. You just do it like this. Put the screen on me. Put the screen on me. Everybody, algorithm is killing us. It's so bad. Would you please like this video and share this video out for us, please? Right now, just like it and share it.
I gave you a little background music too.
I heard it. It was nice.
I'm sure we'll get dinged for it for some weird reason. All right, guys. We got a lot to talk about on this episode. We got to get into it pretty quick because we've got several topics. We're going to talk about Biden at Morehouse College, where he, blamed everything on everything, and pretty much that was the ultimate pandering speech. It was like, and here's a question before we get into all that, before I get into all the topics, do you think Biden asked Morehouse, or do you think Morehouse asked Biden to give that speech?
Both.
Do you think
I think that Joe Biden's administration called up one of the large donors to Morehouse and was like, look, we need him on stage. So then Morehouse called Joe Biden's administration and said, look, we need him on stage. And then he got on stage, and
that's smart. That's actually the smartest explanation yet, because Morehouse can't themselves, like, I feel like they wouldn't have asked, but a donor getting paid through the Biden, smart. Just like, we're not even going to talk about it on this episode, but I just saw the whole thing about all the heavy duty. I think I sent it to you guys in a group chat about the amount of money being invested in TikTok influencers from the Democratic Party, and how they
they didn't give me nothing.
Wrong. You're on the wrong team. They just had a gigantic gala for all these people, and it's like hundreds of millions of dollars with Bill Gates and Soros that actually fund this. It's considered, even by the leftist media, one of the dark money group for the Democrats. Anyways, maybe we'll talk about that another time.
Wait a minute, time out. First things first. Jayhawk's comment is amazing. America hollers for those American dollars. I like that.
That's good.
Secondly, I thought it was pronounced gala.
People say, I say gala. Some people say gala. I'm a gala guy.
I believe you.
I think it's optional. What's going on, Donna? I haven't seen you in the chat, I feel like, in a while. All right. Again, keep sharing it. Where's our typical, let's see, where are we at? So we got, all right, it's starting to get there. Weird. The shadow ban
like that all day, bro.
What's that?
On all platforms today that I've done. It's been like that. It'll stay like that until you're about to get off, and then it shoots up. When you say, all right, guys, I'm about to be getting out of here, it shot up. I'm like, what?
All right, guys,
sat on there for like 18 people.
Well, we're about to get out of here. See if that works. By the way, did you really hear what you just said about right when you're about to get off, it goes straight up? Did anybody else catch that? Thought we were about to have another baby.
IDZ Charlie, what's up? I appreciate that.
Love it. All right. Somebody has joined tonight's Zoom meeting an hour and 20 minutes early. So I love that you guys are getting involved.
I just sent out the whole link. I apologize. It's probably one
No,
of
you're
mine.
good. We'll be there in a little bit. Just know it's 7:30 Central Time. All right. Topics for tonight, since the squirrel got me without the actual thing on the screen. We got Biden at Morehouse College. Talked about that. We're going to get more into that, of course. We're going to talk about the cat fight heard round the world. Little MTG. And sorry, Marjorie Taylor. Yeah. And AOC, baby girl. We're going to get into it. Even though
I ain't gonna lie, that right there, when she said that, I was like, ooh, oh, she's so wretched.
You actually, you have a thing for AOC. We're going to talk about that. We're talking about the Iranian president dying. I mean, the dark angel of, what is it? What was his name? The butcher of, he's a piece of shit. Who cares if he died? Anyways.
Don't say that.
No, I really don't.
Not cool.
I actually don't care. Like, this is
a
man
I get
that
that,
actively kills people. Like, kills.
Yeah, I
people.
understand, but there's a psalm that David wrote, and he said not to rejoice when your enemy falls, because you don't know when your time's gonna come.
That enemy is of the devil.
Doesn't matter.
Sorry, I don't need to celebrate, but I couldn't give a baker's F. All right, so there's that. The what else we got? Iranian president, Judge Merchan, by the way. Actually, what people don't know, he got slapped on the wrist, and they actually are acknowledging the fact that his daughter works for Democratic donors. It's not alleged. By the way, when I put some things into ChatGPT, it gave me alleged daughter's alleged ties. I thought that was hilarious because it's not alleged. It's but whatever.
That means you're not using it right.
What's that?
That means you're not using it right.
Facts.
I shouldn't be using it, but I am because I've gotten a little bit lazy.
I love it.
It's pretty freaking cool. And then Trump's unified Reich was a re-truth, and I feel like that was bait. We'll talk about that as well. Anyways, that's pretty much all the issues.
Time out, Russo.
Yeah.
Right now, you guys, if you could do us a favor, for real, please, can you hit the like button and can you hit the share button? Because this is crazy.
Yeah,
those numbers are awful.
This is the worst.
7 on Truth Will Set You Free on Facebook.
That's crazy.
7?
Oh, you didn't put it on my Facebook. I noticed that.
We never do.
I thought we did.
No, we put it on your
streetlights. On YouTube.
On YouTube. We don't put it on regular Facebook. We keep the only Facebook on Truth. It's weird. It's weird, but we're gonna have fun anyways. We've got the cool people here. Everybody else, they're missing out. There's one thing I wanted to throw up on the screen. Oh no, I don't really care. I was just gonna say, here we are. Since we're not doing a song, new song potentially next week. Anyway,
if you don't share this out right now, you love Biden.
Ooh, dirty.
If you don't share this right now, you're a Biden lover. I went there.
Oh, you did. What kind of cool background music can I give you?
Do it. If you don't share this out right now, you love Biden. Why ain't you trying to help us kill the algorithm?
That's good.
Help us kill the algorithm.
Did you see that? Did you see that Ring camera thing I sent you from that one guy that apparently like the Flash? I said this is
and it was like an alien spaceship.
Yeah. How do we explain that?
I mean, you know where I'm gonna say that's the chariots in the sky, man. You know what I'm saying? That's them fallen ones, bruh.
You know what I keep seeing, which is really the even weirder part, is we gain like 6 people watching and then we lose 6. Like, it's the weirdest thing. We haven't had numbers like this ever. Anyways, let's just get into it. Who cares? Let's have a good time. All right. First topic. Let's go ahead and let's start with the laugh on something that really isn't actually funny, but part of it is kind of funny. Do you want to bring up the video of the fight? Let's go ahead and do the cat fight heard around the world.
Unless there's another motion, then you'll be recognized again. But I believe there's another motion coming. So you agree to strike your words?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she needs to apologize. No.
Okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not apologizing.
Well,
then
okay,
you're
reserve
not
the right to
striking your
object.
words. I am not apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the minority.
It's self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're not. You don't have enough intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to strike those words as well.
So that's the second part. The first part's funnier. The part about that looks like a foreign. That literally looks like a foreign parliament. I don't know if anybody saw Taiwan this last week. They had a little guy. I mean, they're all little guys, but they had a little guy like run and grab a bill that was on paper. Like they can't print out another one because he didn't want it signed. He grabbed it and ran away as fast as he could. That was like, and like they're all chasing him. Like this makes us look halfway normal. But that was kind of the fallout. I could play. I'll play Cash's. Do you want me to play your?
Yeah,
your
play mine. I was thinking why we didn't do that because mine was great. It was
well.
really
I didn't
good.
really want to see your face more than I had to. So
Yeah, right. You love me.
So racist.
Right. You're
So
so
racist.
You're so.
See, I did it the right way. I didn't do like all the messed up conservative talking heads. I didn't do like them and only play one part.
The fact that they called they were making comments about Marjorie's body.
I hope you brought your popcorn.
It's unfortunately an embarrassment on our body as a whole.
On our body as a whole. Body shaming why you're here in the first place.
I am glad that the gentlelady from Georgia is learning something tonight, okay?
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Mershawn's daughter.
Is she a porn star?
Oh,
She a porn
Goldman.
star.
That's right. He's advising.
Do you know what we're here for?
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack
meeting will
the
suspend,
physical
meeting will
appearance of another
suspend.
person?
Are your
Move
feelings
her
hurt?
words down.
Oh,
Oh, girl, baby, girl.
oh, really?
Don't even play,
Baby girl? I don't think
we are gonna move, and we're gonna take your words down.
I second that motion.
Ms. Green for 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order. I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built bush body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
part of
I'm
the.
trying to find clarification on what qualifies.
Chairman, motion to
I had
strike
no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just.
You just voted to do
Y'all did
it.
it first, so you don't
just
have to
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get
Okay.
clarification.
Look at calm down.
No, because this
I
is
would
what
like
y'all
to get
do.
through proceedings.
So I'm trying
Hey,
to
Ms.
get
Crockett,
clarification.
you're not
You don't wanna
recognized.
play
Ms.
games.
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
And you
yelling.
don't want
Calm
me to be-
down.
No,
You please calm
don't
down.
tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk
Calm
noise,
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take it.
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can we
come and
send her
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Chairman, Mr.
Order.
Chairman.
All right, chair.
I don't know why
Okay.
you're
Order.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman. I think these 17-hour days might not work for us.
Something about working, huh?
Yeah,
maybe showing up for a vote.
You have a lot to say, being that you're on retainer for the judge's daughter. Sorry, trust fund kid.
Mr. Chairman.
We should strike those words too.
I hope you brought your popcorn.
I am completely appalled at the acts of our Congress today. I'm completely shocked to wake up and see what I saw in this video. But man, am I entertained. But what a waste of taxpayer dollars. But man, what a show. Again, I am deeply disturbed by Congress. I can't believe you all acted this way. But thank you. I appreciate it.
There's nothing better than watching Cash watch himself on the thing. Like he gets.
That was the best part of the whole video. was
Watching
me.
his chuckles. I love it.
Yeah.
So
Can I just say repeal the 19th? Is that
Oh
too
no!
much?
Don't
That's
do
what
that.
you seen. Did you see my thumbnail? It was great. That's what sparked so much conversation.
So
Women
here's the
shouldn't vote.
interesting thing. Like because I did a whole bunch of radio on Monday yesterday talking about this, and we talk about the fact that we really shouldn't be giving them more attention than they already have. This was serious, and Marjorie Taylor Greene made a mistake, and she should have just been like, I need to shut up. I made a mistake. It wasn't about Mershon. It was about Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland, this is a big deal. You guys probably haven't heard about it because no media talks about this. Merrick Garland is being held. They're trying to hold Merrick Garland in contempt. That's why this whole hearing was being had. Marjorie Taylor Greene needed to keep her foot on the gas pedal and not worry about this little ad hominem bull crap and realize that was the big deal. Why is he being held in contempt based on the Oversight Committee hearing is because he is not allowing audio tapes from the meeting with the meeting with Biden and her, the special counsel, to when they realized that they weren't going to charge him for the unclassified documents in his garage and all over. So we want to know why they decided that he was not fit. The vote did end up going through 24-20, so they won it. He is being held in contempt because he's withholding information from this committee, the American people. It's a big deal, but instead we have these dipsticks going back and forth. And look, Marjorie Taylor Greene was an idiot, the way that she started it, the way she said it. However, let's also talk about Jasmine Crockett from Texas, the Republican with the eyelashes, calling
she's super racist.
But yeah, well, she's the anti-LGBTQ. She made a joke about butch bodies. Can you imagine if Marjorie Taylor Greene or somebody on the conservative side would have made a joke about a butch body? Like, that is an actual quote unquote gay slur. But no, perfect proof. You can do whatever you want on that side. And to end it, when you have Lauren Boebert, Captain Over the Pants Hand Job movie theater herself, the voice of reason in it, you have come to an all new low. And by the way, there was actually a vote held. Again, this is a lot what people don't know what happened today, because it was an hour that it ended up taking up. There was a vote held on whether or not Marjorie Taylor Greene would be allowed to speak again regarding this. And Boebert was one of the Republicans that voted for her to not be able to speak. They are no longer getting along. So there's a cat fight there, and then there's a cat fight inside the Republican Party. All this going on when really there's one major issue.
Look, I think this needs to happen. We need more of this. Don't you remember reading in the books, if you read books, that in Congress, they used to go to blows, bro. I'm talking about they used to fight it out. Yeah. That's how you eliminate the strong from the weak. I'm not opposed to violence. I'm just saying, I feel like that's a very healthy way for people to handle their disagreements as adults. It's to fight, fight each other, but don't hurt each other. Just a good ass whooping ain't never hurt nobody. It has never hurt nobody unless
I don't mind the shit. I don't mind the shit talk, like the eyelash joke. I don't mind it. Granted, by the way, she ended up on CNN or whatever it was talking about how it's racist. And Jake Tapper was like, Jake was like, why do you feel it's racist? And he goes, does all people have fake eyelashes, like all colors? Yes, but it's ridiculous. So they're playing the race card, but ultimately
she can't never play the race card. Jasmine is one of the most racist people in Congress that you will ever hear talk. Have you followed her stuff?
Agree. Yeah, I get it. But I'm saying Marjorie Taylor Greene made a mistake by saying the wrong name. If Jasmine Crockett would have been like, do you even know why you're here? And Marjorie Taylor Greene had just said something valid, maybe she could have played that game. And honestly, I'm down for a little BS and back and forth. But when you double down on saying something stupid, that's the problem.
I mean, it was pretty funny. I just got to say, but Jasmine's response was, she cut her. I'm talking about deep. Hey, Marjorie Taylor Greene did one of these. Yo, I love Marjorie Taylor Greene, but she had that one coming. You earned that one. You got to take that L because old girl cut her up, bro. Jasmine burnt her, bro.
When Comer said, Jasmine said the whole thing about the bleached blonde, butch, whatever, and Comer goes, What?
What is that? I don't.
What is that?
What? I don't even know what that is.
What? And then you had the comment when she was talking about Marshawn's daughter, and they go, "Is she a porn star?" Like they were honestly asking him, like, "Oh my god."
I thought that was funny. That's why I threw that part in there. I'm like, "Oh, I got to get that part." That was hilarious, bro. I'm talking about the whole thing. The whole fiasco to me was funny. But they don't get nothing done anyway. Yeah. So at least we got a little entertainment watching C-SPAN.
Jesus, valid. Yeah. Very valid. All right, let's go to this Trump video real quick. Let's see. Do they actually have it? I sent it to you guys earlier. Maybe we'll skip that to the end because I think that's interesting because I have a big philosophy that I think this was one gigantic trap.
I remember that, Jay. I remember that. I remember that.
What did he say?
He said, you remember when MTG held up Hunter's little wee wee and a picture of somehow was evidence? She was just trying to embarrass him. That's all that was. That was not evidence. That was just, I want to embarrass this little guy. I
don't think Hunter, if we're talking about his dick pics, I don't think Hunter is that much of a little guy, to be honest. I mean,
you're different. That's why. To me, he's a little guy.
He showed pretty strong in his videos. I'm not going to lie.
Maybe to you.
Well, I didn't see it. All you see is the they blur out a long portion of his legs. Like he was like
They did that to compensate.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Just saying.
I was listening to Crowder earlier and they brought up something. Do you find it odd? And I laughed because I was like, it's somehow even we forget to talk about it, that there is evidence on the now proven to be true laptop where he's sexting his niece and we just gloss over that like it's a non-issue.
It's not an issue in Arab countries. He spent a lot of time overseas. You're allowed to date your nieces and your cousins and stuff. So it's only weird here in America.
Kind of like goats.
Got it. Or like kind of like American prisons. That's why Cash was able to talk to. He's able to still play with Lily.
No, this is America, dog.
Hey,
not where you're from.
Don't disgrace
this
Lily.
Is real America.
Don't disgrace Lily like that.
Yeah, all right. You would love Lily. Or no, Lily would love you. You'd definitely be the bottom of Lily.
I'd be the sassy bottom, not even the power bottom, just the sassy.
Not even
bottom.
sassy. They turn you into a Chinese penis trap in prison, Russo.
How does that work? What's my other hole?
Yeah.
Okay. Some weird stuff. Everybody's like, I can't believe I shared this episode. This is the wrong one to share. Biden at Morehouse College. Let's get right into it. I'll go ahead. Where is it?
This damn elder abuse is what we have to deal with.
This isn't even his. There's other worse comments. Casey, if you want to bring up the Facebook one too of him talking like this week, the This Week in Biden edition is pathetic. It's so bad. All right, let me go ahead and bring this up. And action.
I love how he squints his eyes.
Democracy you hear about actually works for you. What is democracy? If black men are being killed in the street, what is democracy? The trail of broken promises still leave black communities behind.
Democrat
policies? Is democracy?
Say it again, Cash.
Democrat policies?
Well, that's what I was going to say. So I didn't put lie on that one because it's actually true. They've been putting black people behind and these cities are run by Democrats. So what he said there was true actually, but it's his own party. But yeah, I like that you picked up on that because I was like, that was actually a truthful statement.
You have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot. Most of all, what does it mean? As we've heard before, to be a black man who loves his country, even if it doesn't love him back in equal measure.
You can even hear the clap. The clap is like, okay, interesting. What do you, Cash, as a melanated American, what do you think about that speech?
I think it was one of the greatest speeches that I've ever heard. I really do. I mean, this country doesn't love me the way that I love it. That is true, but that is only because it is incapable of love, because the country is a landmass. But I will say that the Democratic government definitely doesn't love me, and it never has. All through the history of brothers being in this country, and well, all through the history of them people that are Democrats' ancestors being in this country and enslaving brothers that was in this country. Yeah, it ain't never showed no love. But I will say this. I do love this country, and I don't think that it doesn't give me no fair shake or that I'm worried about getting, unalived by any white people or anything like that. I feel like that was super pandering at its finest because he was standing in front of a whole bunch of people that look like me and he was trying to relate, but he did it horribly. You know what I'm saying? I disagree. It wasn't the greatest speech ever given. It was the greatest performance ever performed in Biden history in that fashion. And yeah, it was hard to watch, man. It was hard to watch. He said things that I couldn't even relate. I'm like, what do you mean? What are you talking about, bro?
It felt like a speech in like 1966.
He said, I got to try harder. I got to try 10 times harder than anybody else.
Which is factually, like, that's actually, it's the opposite.
It's more, it's like 5 times harder. I'll say that. It's like, I got to try 5 times harder than everybody else that's not a brother. I'll say that. I could get with that part of it, kind of, because of, you know, where I come from.
But that's not to get a fair shake. You got to try 5 times harder. That completely is the opposite of the hiring process in our country right now. Like,
well, no, you're talking about like the DEI and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, you could get a job, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be an achiever. You know what I'm saying? Just because you get a paycheck. I get what he meant with that one.
You're thinking way too deep, thinking that Biden was going that deep. He literally is referring to the inability for Black people to get into college, get into professions and all that. I mean, I get your sentiment. I mean, I think that you can look at socioeconomics. Now, factually, socioeconomically, Black people do have are more impoverished. But again, there's a multitude of levels. I mean,
I was going to make my point. I don't got to try 10 times harder because of anything that the country's doing. I would have to try 10 times harder because of the community in which I live.
There you go.
It has nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I can relate, but not the way he's trying to put it. You got to try 10 times harder than everybody else around you because you're Black. No, I got to try 10 times harder because I was born in an impoverished community due to your messed up laws that you created and the conditions in which you put people in, which you make this claim about systemic racism. And if it does exist, it's because of your party. So
facts.
Make it make sense to me.
Yet the laws that he put in place should mean that his son should be locked away for a very long time, and he's not. So I think that's fascinating. But you know what? Democrat voters don't pay attention to it.
You guys want to see what just barely got published? Got put on Twitter?
What did?
Joe Biden's speech and the enormous crowd that showed up. Check it out.
Oh, let's see it.
Compare that to what Donald Trump just had. 81 million votes, my ass.
Well, you understand why his events are so small, right?
Well, because he can't pull a crowd anyways. It doesn't matter.
It's not even just, no, he could pull a crowd. It's just not the crowd they want. That place will be filled up with so many MAGA supporters, bro. If they let everybody in, they literally pick and choose who they let into them events.
Yeah.
You got to be damn near invited.
Half of those people are probably employees of that building. They were like, hey, we need to fill empty seats. Can you guys, instead of doing security, come sit in this chair?
I don't know if this is true, but I heard that every event that Joe Biden goes to, he refers to brothers, he calls them colored. And that colored man sitting over there, I got all the coloreds voting for me. I'm going to have these coloreds voting for me for the next 200 years.
We'll get you back in chains. Yeah, I mean, do we have, Casey, do you want to bring it up? Do you have the one that you posted on our Facebook today? I mean, this is just getting to the point, and we were talking about this before the show started. Go ahead and play this and we'll talk about the debates.
Okay, go ahead.
After I signed the PAC Act into law, I handed the pen that I signed it with as addition of the most responsible.
What? What did you just say?
Play it again. Play it again.
We'll play it again.
After I signed the PAC Act into law, I handed the pen that I signed it with as addition of the most responsible.
Yo, we are in trouble if he wins. We are in so much trouble.
So bad.
You know what is going to happen, bro? If he wins this next election, I'm just going to call it out. He's not going to stay president, and Kamala's going to be the president. She's going to be the first. She's going to be the first Indian American president.
Her name is Mamala. You say it right.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to disrespect her by messing up her name. That is Kamala Camel-Toe Harris.
So, you know, before we go on to because I will talk about the debates coming up. Debates coming up June of 2024. The issue that I and you touched on it too. Are women really truly fit to serve that high of a level of office?
No.
I've always been yes. I've always been a yes person. But watching the way that devolved and in Congress, it's proving the point of people like Sunni. It's proving the point of people like women aren't meant to.
I've already came around to Sunni's belief. I never thought that I would, but I agree with Sunni when she says repeal the 19th now. And it's not, look, everybody knows I love women. Now I only love one woman, but I've loved women. All right. Have a deep love for women. But anytime that a woman leads, it just don't go good. I'm just saying, you can let a woman lead in your house and it's just not going to go good. It's not. It's not. It's going to be, look, here, I'll use a perfect example. Look at men who are raised by just women. They're emotionally unstable. She's always ready to say something negative to them, even when they're having a good day, because it's Shark Week and she's bleeding profusely. And then when they get older and they can't bleed anymore, shout out to all of you elderly ladies out there. I love you. I'm not talking bad about you. All I'm saying is when menopause kicks in, you don't even know if you're hot or cold. So how are you going to know where to stand on an issue or whether to drop a nuke or not? You know what I'm saying? And then this is the big part. What if it was another female leader? Let's say we had an American president woman and we had Russia had a female in power. You know how quick that war would start? And it would be all over you wearing the same dress to a UN event. Just saying.
See,
so I know your stance. Go ahead, Casey.
I get what you're saying. I think it's the right person for the job in general. Is there predominantly more men, right? More fit for the job? Yes. A lot of women don't have the experience, don't have the knowledge to be able to handle those positions. But I would say there are some that are capable. Is it enough to really say that they're going to be able to run for president and be successful? That's maybe why we don't have one right now.
Yeah.
We won't. If we ever do, we're in trouble. If we ever get a female lead in this country, I'm leaving.
Well, you just said we might. So you've got.
I'll leave.
So, like we look at. Here's the thing. There is women that are better than men at leading, but can I finish? There are women that are better than men at leading. But as a whole, based on the percentages, I mean, there's some weak ass men that I'd be like, yeah, I'll take.
Okay, then yeah, I'm about to say you must be comparing them to weak men.
But exactly, it's not like we're saying every man, like, oh, a man that heads a household, it's going to be in good shape. There's a lot of beta men, there's a lot of weak men, there's a lot of whatever. But if you were going to ask me now, if I do think the best, if we're looking at the best and the best of the best, it would be an anomaly to think that a woman could be president over a very good man.
I agree with that. I can get right along with that.
I'm gonna be totally real with you, bro. We need to stop letting people that are over a certain age participate in politics unless they're just advisors, bro.
No,
if you can't,
even if they're advisors,
no, if you can't lead an army, you have no right leading a country. That's how I feel, bro.
So you voted for Trump, though, aren't you?
Well, that's because he's the only option. I love Trump, don't get me wrong, but if there was a younger version of Trump, I would never vote Trump. I would vote for the younger version of him. Plain and simple. The younger, stronger looking, I'll punch you in your, you know what I'm saying?
You'd vote for Vivek? That's what you're saying?
100%.
Vivek's back on, he's back on the,
he was never been gone. That was all the media trying to make it to look.
My man said Cash used to sell me dope. I apologize if I did. You might not be lying. I
was hoping you were going to say something.
Yo, you might be right, bro. I might have. I apologize. That part of my life is no longer in effect. You know, I'm a reformed man due to our great justice system. I don't know you. I don't know you, bro. Stop it. I do not know you. You don't look like the person that used the kind of dope that I used to sell back in the day, bro. Just saying.
But I love the transparency. Okay, so where were we? That one threw me for a loop.
Squirrel.
He said I sold him crack in 2008. Now I know you're lying. I ain't never sold crack a day in my life.
We don't think women can lead. I wonder why we're bleeding votes. The average that's good. Okay. So anyways, back to where we were with this whole debate coming up, which I would pay. Honestly, I think they should do for charity. I'd pay. Make that a Ukrainian charity. I'll pay the pay-per-view. I'm kidding.
American
I'm not giving
charity.
any fucking money to Ukraine. I'm kidding. It's terrible. You don't think there's going to be a debate? That's what you guys think?
Oh, I think there's going to be a debate.
Oh, okay.
I think there could be a debate, but I don't know if Joe Biden's going to get there.
Put in the comments if you guys think there's going to be a debate. Put in the comments.
I'm gonna tell you something. I think there is going to be a debate, and the person that's going to show up playing Joe Biden is going to be the form of him that is using whatever stimulant he gets on when he is on point. Because that boy,
he's never on point.
No, this
there is.
I could share some stuff with you right now.
of his speeches that are not that far apart. And you can see where this man is just on point, eyes open, talking, not missing a beat. And then there's that version of him after the when you come down. You know what I'm saying? My man in the comment section said I used to sell him crack. He knows what I'm talking about. That come down. You know what I'm saying? That come down, and you're just like, oh man, I'm so tired. I don't know. It's Affleck with the pen, and I gave it to.
But that's my thing. That's my thing is I think he exposed himself this week quite a bit with all of his mess. He was so hopped up on drugs to do that one video, which by the way had like 9 or 10 cuts in it.
It had
do
five,
an 8-minute video?
cuts in 9 seconds, or 3 cuts in 9 seconds. Yeah.
Mess. He is not capable of getting onto that stage. That's why they can mute Donald Trump at any time. They can turn off his mic. That's why there's no crowd. And that's where they are trying to control Donald Trump with the setup.
Which I think helps Donald Trump.
I think it will.
People don't realize the reason why the debates were even close in 2020 is because Trump overtalked too much and literally didn't let Biden dig his own grave when we're like, just shut up, let him go.
Power of the pause. The power of the pause, baby. I learned that at Russo's speaking event. If you want to learn how to talk, you need to go and listen to my man on Wednesdays at 6:00.
DoubleDownSpeaking.com. Yeah, tomorrow night got another free webinar. But yes, like the ability to let him go absolutely off the rails, they didn't let him do last time. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see because yes, there's no crowd. It's gonna be a partial moderator. That's fine. Honestly, you could literally. It does not matter. And it doesn't matter how many drugs he's on. He'll be lucid for a bit, but it will not be enough. And if they turn the mic off, it's just, they have to turn his mic off because Trump literally always talks over people. You're right. So does everybody in a debate. That's how debate. Did you not watch the GOP? Yeah, exactly. So that's the way that it's going to be, period. So here's the thing. The fact that they're doing a debate this early, I do think there will be a debate. This is going to usher in the ability for the Democrats at the convention, because usually you don't have a debate till after the convention. And I've been saying they're going to do it. I called this 2 weeks ago. They're going to do a debate because everybody's like, how are they going to replace him with Gavin Newsom? I said, they're going to replace him at the convention. And the excuse is going to be once they see how bad he performs in a debate. And then they set up a debate right after it, right after I said this. And it's super early, months earlier than it typically is. This is setting them up, the Democrat Party, to go, we needed to make a big change. Gavin Newsom will actually be our forced candidate. And Gavin Newsom said, I don't want to run for president. I will not run for president. He's not running. I'm sorry. He's
using the Caesar. He's using the Caesar right now.
For the people. So that's what he's going to do.
He's
Go ahead.
using the Caesar effect right now, bro. When they try to give Caesar the crown, oh, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
They try to give him the crown even more. Oh, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. And they tried to give it again. He's like, well, if you're going to force me.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
The thing with Trump having the mic shut off, and this is going to address your statement. The king of one-liners is Trump. And he can do a one-liner and he will make Biden look like an idiot and have to fumble over his words and set him off. That is the whole agenda for Donald Trump to go into this debate, is to kind of throw him off, and then he's got to figure it out, and he won't. And that's going to mess up the entire debate for the left. So I was all in on Big Mike. I thought that was going to happen. But after seeing Gavin Newsom going around and doing book signings and all of these things and kind of campaigning around the whole country, it's setting it up for him.
Ain't no way people going to vote for Newsom, though, bro.
They will, because they don't know any better. And that's the thing. If they do one more debate, later on the say they end up keeping that one, the one that's in whatever month that is, September, I believe. Say they keep that. That's when the Fox viewers, the ones that hate Trump, there's a couple, there's that 5%, 10% of Fox. It's not Trump voters. And then they're going to see him. And let me tell you, Gavin can debate. He can act, he can talk, and the people won't know enough in those moments to realize that, and he might be able to pair some votes. It'll be a much closer race if it's Gavin Newsom versus Donald Trump.
I don't think so. I don't think Gavin Newsom's going to steal that many votes from RFK. I think RFK.
I think that even Democrats are going to turn away from Newsom, especially in California. They're going to be like, oh, no.
There's still enough of them. Because
Still enough.
Newsom got recalled. Remember, he got recalled and then still won the election
by plenty, actually,
Yeah.
by quite a bit.
So I still see him getting some votes, but I still see the left is going to be split, whoever it is, and RFK.
Yeah, RFK to me made a strategic decision. Well, not it could be on accident when he went full bore abortion up to conception. He lost all of the conservative voters.
Yeah.
So to me, I loved when he said that. It made me realize there's no chance I would ever consider voting for him. And it also and that's from somebody that is lenient on my beliefs on pro-life, pro-choice to a point. But when you go that far, that means you've gone too far. So for somebody like him,
said it all the way up to, you mean birth?
To birth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I say
RFK.
conception? Sorry, yeah. He
RFK said that.
They asked him a question. They said, would you allow, Casey, you saw the interview too, right?
He didn't shut it down is his problem. They said all
But
the
he
way
didn't
up
say
to
that
like
he
40
would.
weeks, but he didn't shut it down.
No, he
Of
said he
course, being
would.
a politician.
No, he
Oh,
said he would. They
Oh,
said,
so I
would
have it
you
backwards.
allow,
He
would you
did.
allow legislation that allowed abort? He goes, it's up to the woman's right. Would you, and they
Right.
asked him again, would you allow a woman to abort a child up until the
Right.
day of birth? And he goes, I'm going to leave it up to the woman for that.
That's what I meant by he didn't shut it down and say, no, I wouldn't allow this. Like,
That's
That's
crazy. He lost
yeah.
cool points with me because I kind of liked him.
no.
I think that was an important thing he said. I don't know if it was on accident or on purpose. It'll hurt his political career in terms of ever trying to get votes from the right. But what that did right there is it allowed the people that were on the fence to go towards the right and the Trump side, which I think is incredibly important. So I will take that in spades.
Do you think
Yeah.
that's strategic timing that maybe RFK is in this just to help Trump?
I was
I've-
just thinking that. It's
I've
funny
said
you
that
just
for a
said
while.
that.
I've said that for a while. So I don't
That
know.
could be it.
We'll know more if Trump wins, when Trump wins, if he has a. If
Trump will win.
If
Trump can
RFK
be
has a
locked in
cabinet.
jail and he's going to win.
So do we know who his running mate's going to be?
They won't announce it until the RNC. That's what Trump has said.
That's what we're saying. So that's why Vivek is making a comeback. Kind of excited about that. I feel like Vivek
I
might
love
be.
Vivek, bro. I
It
really
might
do.
be his choice. There's a lot of haters of Vivek, but I think he's.
Hey,
I think
all
he's
those
still the
haters
best
are
choice.
uneducated.
He's the best choice.
Okay.
I'm so sick of arguing with people over Vivek. It's so dumb. Like, come on, guys. Come on.
Tell him out there, Casey. Tell him.
No, I'm sick of this
Tell 'em.
conversation.
Tell
Vivek
'em.
is going to be the number one person you're going to want in 2028. So stop ignoring it.
He's got my vote.
Put him
In
as a VP,
2028, I'm
let him
going
learn
Vivek all
behind
day.
Trump, and continue on the legacy. Just do it. That's all you need to do.
Or Junior. I like Junior too.
You're
Anyways,
just, no, stop it. Junior would never be the president, bro, and
No.
not
I
right
love
now.
Junior, but he won't.
No,
He
I
has
just
so
like
much fun.
he does have a lot of fun.
there will never be
Okay.
another Trump president, bro. As long as this generation lives, it's over with. There's too many people that got a bad taste, man. Trump locked in his voters, and we're good here. But after him, they're like, oh, you know what? Maybe we should. Who else do we have? that's what it's going to be.
Let's move
bro.
away from the Trump dynasty.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's talk about the trial because you've got Cohen. What's going on? This is even Vivek Trump. I've actually heard that's actually what Matt Locke told me, by the way. That's what he said.
I would do that. I would do that. That way to get Trump Jr. some, a little bit of experience and learn a little bit more. Because right now, he just got a good mouthpiece right now, dog. You know what I mean?
Like I
That's
said,
it.
Trump Jr., he was just here in Utah, just at a big event, at a big party up in Bountiful, Utah. And he has too much fun doing that. I don't see him going into
Barron,
that
yeah.
role.
I
just
can
don't
see
see it.
Barron.
Wasn't there a book written in like 85 about the kid by the name of Barron Trump that was like the savior of the world or something? And
Yeah,
that literally was true.
This is
Yo.
where Cash on our conspiracy show, we got to do the
Yes.
time travelers, and Barron
Yes.
Trump has got to be one of them.
So look, Trump is his own grandfather, bro. I mean, Barron Trump is his own grandfather or great grandfather, something like that.
So wait, Barron Trump.
Barron Trump is his own granddaddy, bro.
Yes.
No, it would have to be great granddaddy.
Whatever.
No, it would be his granddaddy.
No, it would be Donald Trump's granddad.
Yeah.
No.
Donald Trump's dad.
Donald Trump's dad is Barron Trump, which
Yeah.
is also his son.
They don't. That's why do you say that one? I think it's got to be somebody way back because Donald Trump's dad was not alive in 1800 something.
Maybe it's his granddaddy. I know it's one of them.
great granddad.
Just saying.
It's a crazy rabbit hole to go down in that.
Oh, he went in that rabbit hole.
What do you think about Gavin being horrible in the debate with DeSantis? I don't think he was horrible at all. I actually think, as a speaker, I thought he was better than DeSantis. DeSantis
as a
got him
speaker,
on
but
points.
on the topics, DeSantis crucified him.
Because
but why? American voters don't use the topics.
They use the
They
ability
go off
to
of emotion
have the
and how the flow
right.
went.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually think so. DeSantis won that debate strictly because of how good DeSantis has done in Florida and how bad Gavin has done in California. But when you actually, the way that Gavin did not put himself in a corner once, and he should have been like, I love Ron DeSantis. I really do. DeSantis should have destroyed Gavin Newsom, and he did not. I think DeSantis underperformed in that debate, to be very honest with you.
He just underperforms when he is supposed to step up and be that person. Right?
Yeah.
For some reason, it works as a governor, but he should have wiped the floor with Gavin Newsom just with COVID alone, and he couldn't.
I'm just saying, dog.
Yeah.
Look, the man. This is what I judge DeSantis off of: legislation. That man he proved that he would be a phenomenal president just off of legislation that he passed in Florida.
Exactly. And he needs to stay stronger.
That's all
that
that matters.
That's what he needed to do.
He has a hard time putting that in front of people. Like that's his weakness.
Yeah.
You don't know how to talk.
All right. Let's
so
go
let's
here.
invite him to listen to Russo. That's what we need to do.
Right?
There you go.
Exactly. Iranian president's dead. We don't need to talk about that. We're good.
U.S. was involved in it, and U.S. did it. Yes.
Okay, we do need to talk about it. Do you, Cash? Do you think we had anything to do with the fog that caused them to go down?
Hey man, heart, bro. If you tuned into our conspiracy show, you already know. I'm just saying. All of a sudden, it was just some mysterious fog, and then it stayed there days later. Like, come on, man. And they ain't had no fog in the history. Ain't no fog in this time of the year in their history books. Did you look that up?
No, I did not.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to tell you that the misty fog just showed up out of nowhere and took out this Iranian president at the middle of a Middle Eastern conflict where they're funding the other side that they don't want to win. Come on, man. I'm just saying, bro. Something's not right here.
Well,
And there's
first
only
off,
positives for Joe Biden if that person is dead.
yeah, but I find it weird that Joe Biden, because he's getting a lot of flack today because Joe Biden paid his respects, all these different things. And this is like, this guy's name is the Butcher of Tehran.
As
like,
he should. It doesn't matter. He still is a dignitary.
Never in history as a dignitary.
We need that more.
Never
we
in
need that
history.
more in this world.
What's that?
We need that more in this world. We need our world leaders to actually show respect to each other, even if they're pieces of trash.
He's not a world leader. So that's the other thing. This
He's
is
a
not
leader
the
of a country.
Ayatollah. This is not the Ayatollah. The president is a figurehead in that country. The president does nothing. The president means nothing. The president is somebody that is a lackey. What he has done is killed a shitload of people before he became president. He's known as one of the biggest warmongers and terrorists to ever like.
So what are you saying about every other president besides Trump who's put us in a war?
What do you mean?
I mean, the president okays after Congress declares war that we're going to war. So we killed a whole bunch of people in our country.
So it's different the way that he is. Again, there's a lot of nuances to what we're saying because, again, we could talk about carpet bombing. We could talk about the atrocities that the American government has been a part of. But when you're talking, this is, you know what, if other countries want to say kudos, and actually Biden offered assistance as needed for this is one of our biggest enemies. This is actually, it's a smaller enemy than China, but a more volatile enemy.
Right.
So this is somebody, they died, you move on. Like, and again, the Ayatollah is what is in charge of Iran. This is the group that funds almost all of global terrorism. I'd say the United States behind that. But this is the biggest producer of terror in the world. This is the president that just signs things across from the Ayatollah and does things. You don't actually give any kind of acknowledgement to them, to his passing. If you
I
don't
just
even
want to say rest in peace to the president of Iran. I hope God has mercy on your soul.
Maybe, but he said more than that. Like, he literally lent help to Iran. The same reason why it's crazy that he tried releasing $6 billion of funding to Iran as well. We're clearly in bed with them. So,
hey, I mean, it is what it is.
The $6
Yeah.
billion was
Obama
canceled by
gave 40
Congress.
billion.
So was it really because we've talked about it being canceled by Congress, but then I found that it still went through. So I don't know.
No, it's still being held. It has not been issued.
So
This
it was
isn't new.
released. It was released by the Biden administration, but it was released by the Biden administration and by Congress. And then who decided to hold it?
The House blocks Iran's access to $6 billion from prisoner swap, November 30th, 2023 by AP News.
Okay.
But this is not new. They've been giving money to Iran in every administration.
We've been doing other things. This is during the prisoner swap when we gave them an extra $6 billion.
Yeah, this was a little extra. Hey, real quick, we've got a couple more topics, but Cash, go ahead and tell them one more time about Freedom Box. It's going across the bottom right now. We got about 10 minutes left on the show.
At 7:30 Central Standard Time, join us for a live Zoom. We're going to be talking about the Freedom Box and how you can make your home safer, how you can switch over everything in it to help you and your family, how you can promote American-made products and American business and the American economy, helping the American dream for a whole bunch of people, including yourself, because you can earn an income in just doing that.
Facts on facts. I'm going to go ahead and just put the Zoom directly in the box. I'm going to do that real quick and fast.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
God, I remember the first time I watched that movie. It's so good.
Yeah, that's a really good movie. Brad Pitt. I just want to say shout out to you, Brad Pitt. You were one of the greatest actors of all time. I don't care what no one says.
Sounds like you got a little man crush on Brad Pitt.
No, not at all. Just enjoy his films.
Feel like you're a little bit of a man crush.
Now, Angelina Jolie. You know, Champagne. I always said that Champagne looks like a mixed Angelina Jolie. It's always been like,
God,
pride of mine.
you did something wrong. You're sucking up pretty hard now, aren't
No,
you?
not at all.
Oh,
She
okay.
does. She looks like a mixed Angelina Jolie. The whole mouth shape and just that stare. It's amazing. Body type, except more full.
Let's move on
Champagne
before you
shaped
get
like
hard.
hourglass.
All right. So you didn't hear what I said, did you? Okay.
I did.
Okay.
You would know, though. It'd be blocking my face.
It's because it's so short of a torso. All right. So
That was a good one. You did that. That was quick.
what do we got? All right. What do we got left? I'm trying to find our. There it is. Okay. So we talked about that. Mershon, this is just info for you guys. The judge in the New York trial, which is the biggest ridiculous. We'll talk about Cohen is what we'll do. But Mershon last week was actually given a warning essentially by the bar, the New York bar, saying that you can't really, you should have recused yourself, essentially is what they're saying from this trial, because of your daughter's implications and connections to the Democrat Party. That's all they did. They admitted that this is probably not right, but did not force him to get off the trial. It's still up to him as a judge. So just know that it's admitted, this isn't an alleged, this is a real thing, but they're still allowing this trial to go on to make it even more ridiculous. So in the end, the reason this is important is if the Democrats that you're friends with afterwards and say Trump does get convicted of a couple things in this trial for whatever God knows reason, say he does get convicted, you could go back to them and say, well, we kind of saw this coming because of the judge, and this judge has even been slapped on the wrist by the bar based on this connection. He should have been recused from the trial. It's not fair. The judge went absolutely berserk, by the way, on drawing a blank on the guy's name. It was for the defendant yesterday, where the defendant kind of said this, gave his opinion. The same as Cohen giving his opinion. Gave his opinion. The judge shut down the actual courtroom, went ballistic, didn't give a shit about the fact that Cohen actually admitted to stealing money from the Trump organization. Like, you're literally taking the word of a guy that was found guilty. He's a proven liar. All these, it's just mind-boggling to me.
Does she do porn?
No, that's a different one. Okay, does anybody want to take why the judge's daughter matters on this one?
She makes millions of dollars off of this court case. That is why it matters.
That's called a conflict of interest.
So if you don't know, Jay, what's going on? The judge's daughter works for essentially an agency that helps and assists Democrat candidates, specifically anti-Trump candidates as well. So the people that are against him the most are her biggest clients. The more material they have, the more money she makes. So it is not just like she's not working for a campaign of a Democrat in the 3rd district of whatever. She's not working that campaign. That could already be deemed a little bit fishy. Like, well, she's a blatant Democrat, and this is clearly a Republican presidential candidate. You might want to try to find an independent, but yeah.
Jay, come on, brother. You said, how is your daughter making money? You're not looking at none of the case, huh? You got to look that up, bro. Come on now.
It's literally how her company makes money. They're a God, how do you describe their? I talked about them a couple weeks ago. They're an agency that they're PR essentially is what they do. They're a PR company that does the more business they're getting, or the better they're doing with Democrat candidates, the more money they make, plain and simple. And they've got like Pelosi, Schumer. They've got some of the biggest clients that you can name on the Democratic Party. So that's it. Very simple. All right. Last thing, and I want to talk about it. We don't need to play the video. I'll go into it. So, and I want your guys' opinions on this as well. So Trump shared a video suggesting his victory will bring unified Reich. Of course, I watched multiple like CNN, MSNBC. All they talked about is Trump shares video. Trump talks about in video, unified Reich. He talks about the Reich, and it's all over. If you actually watch the video, first off, it was reshared on Truth during his trial. So he's not the one that did it, which they said it wasn't him. And in the video, in a very small element, there is a newspaper copy that like talks about all the positive. It's like a campaign video that was made by somebody that I feel like this was a fucking trap, if you ask me. Like they're like, we're gonna do this, and we know that if he retruths this or reshares this, they're gonna pull out this unified Reich part, and that's exactly what they did. So his campaign reshared the video, which was all about when Trump is gonna restore order, Trump is gonna do this, Trump is gonna do that, Trump's amazing. Trump victory brings back unified Reich, which is straight out of Nazi Germany. It was reshared. Man. What's that?
Mustache man.
Mustache man. So the question becomes: first off, it's a January 6th setup situation. What do you think? Do you think that this was a setup? Do you think that? What do you think? I mean, they're going to use this as a huge deal. This paints the picture they want all people to think. It galvanizes the leftist voters.
I agree, 100%. That's what they always do, though. That's a media, that's a media stunt that they always pull. That's just, you got to be smarter, got to be smarter than that, man. I would hear trigger words for me and be like, no, anything you got to say about a Reich, if it sounds close, you could say Reich, and I'm like, nope, I'm not saying that. Not even getting into this discussion. I'm saying if I'm Trump, but it is what it is, man.
Harris already spoke about it. Harris already criticized Trump for promoting video referencing unified Reich. This is why I think it was a setup. And you got to be smarter than the setup. Like, this is on his campaign. I get it. But like, it's fuck around. It's just, it's so typical. And also I encourage you to watch the video too, because it's so small on there. Go ahead.
Have you ever thought about this though? This crossed my mind. Because I like Trump. I damn near love Trump. And I do love Trump, Matter of fact, this is a special moment. Let me go ahead and switch out the hats real quick. Look, I love Trump. But man, that video, it made me question like, yo, what if this man end up trying to turn into a, mustache man? It's kind of scary because, that video is like, like, what if he's like, we're no longer trusting the police. We're going to wear red coats. Everyone put on your red coats. Reminiscent of the brown coats. Shut down CNN. Shut it down. Their media, they lie. Fake news. Put this on. I want you to put this on. And it just slowly transitions into him writing a book that says like mind bomb. You know what I'm saying?
Mind bomb. Yeah.
The biggest thing to think about in those scenarios, and this is where elections have consequences, is when somebody does not have a re-election to run on.
Exactly. By the way, really, Jay, you also said this thing came from his account. I did say it came from his account. I'm starting to get vibes of that other person that I blocked 3 times. It did come from his account. Yes, I said that in the beginning. I also said when it came from his account, he was in court, so he didn't do it. I said his campaign, because so here's the thing: you can actually have a campaign run your social media. Dip fuck.
My man said
This
he joked
guy,
about being a
man.
dictator for a day and refers to immigrants as vermin.
Yeah. Immigrants are here illegally.
Right there, vermin. You know, that's I would stay away from those kind of words. You know what I'm saying?
Let's
wouldn't
just
do it.
reestablish DEI and deport every illegal. Can we just do that, please?
I got to explain things like I'm speaking to a 2-year-old because I'm speaking to somebody that has the intellect of a 2-year-old. I said it was a setup. I explained why, but I'll do it again. So they knew because the video doesn't really have the third. It's not about a Reich. It doesn't say that very big. It's got it nice and little. It starts out the video like whoever made the video could have been completely on the left. And they make this video that makes it like, clearly Trump's going to want to share this video because it's like his campaign's like, this is Trump and times 10. Trump victory changes the country. Trump this, Trump that. So good. Everything gets back to normal. And then you've got a little itty bitty strip that says something about a unified Reich. It's called bait.
Wait, can I just point something out? This is popping into my head right now. Okay. So we all know what happened with Mustache Man. We all know how that went down, right? What if Trump ends up becoming like that, but for the American people, and then the new Jews would end up being all the illegals that have come into the country, and just like how the Jews was ruining his country at that time frame, and now we're saying that the illegals are ruining our country in this time frame. What if all the Americans that are with the whole Trump movement were like, yo, I'll gladly put on my MAGA coat, and we'll gladly go shut down that news agency, and we'll gladly deport all them vermin.
Cash, reminder, we're on Truth Will Set You Free, not America's conspiracy company.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, it's not. It just hit me in my head right now, and I'm like, yo, what if Venezuelans are the new Jews?
So I want to call out the setup part. Like, when have you seen Kamala Harris and them be on it? Like when that video comes out, they have a reaction to it instantly. They don't. It's a week or many days later.
They've got it teed
They
up.
were on top of it. And that's where when you said setup, but I was like, wait a minute, that's a good point. Because they responded quickly.
And this is a factually incorrect statement from Jay. Trump's account did not make the video. It was a share. It was a retruth. This was not coming anything from him except for the retruth, just to be clear. So it's not mental gymnastics, it's common sense. So can I promise it? Do I guarantee that's what happened? No, not at all. Either way, it was a stupid decision by Trump's campaign, which he should take responsibility for. Absolutely. I'm not saying that. But I'm thinking it's a little fishy, and Casey just corroborated why it's even fishier. Plain.
You know what I would do if I was Trump?
What?
Who put this video out? You, John, you're fired.
I knew that was coming.
You're fired.
Saw that coming.
Who made the video originally then? Okay. He got enough attention for today.
Yeah. Let's get done. So real quick, what do you guys think about Cohen's testimony from what you saw? And then we'll wrap
up. Amazing. I said it already. And a couple days ago, I shared a video said Michael Cohen is the most valuable player on our team, bro. And he came out and proved it. He came out and you came through. You came through, Mike. You told the truth. You're the thief.
Mike.
You're the thief. I get it. There was a criminal. There was a criminal in the Trump case. There was a crime, and it was committed by him. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he literally admitted to a crime that he hadn't even been tried for on the stand. So Stormy Daniels did character assassinations, which is ridiculous because it's got no bearing on the trial. Tried to talk about all the, the other stuff, the stuff that makes people think less of Trump. Go ahead, fine, all good. It has no bearing on whether it's a guilty verdict. And then you've got Michael Cohen as the star witness to bring the house down. And this is a known liar. This is a criminal. This is somebody that lies, cheats, steals, does all the different things, and then admits to stealing money from his quote unquote employer contractor while on the stand. And this is the guy that your linchpin of the trial is on. It shows how big of a sham this thing is.
Well, it's also
Go ahead, Casey.
It's also bad when he admits to a bigger and worse crime than what they're trying to accuse Donald Trump of.
Yes.
He is actually, due to the dollar amount, he is actually in the realm of being charged with a felony.
Yes.
Donald Trump, they had to do, in Jay's words, mental gymnastics to try to twist this and turn it into a felony so they can get rid of statute of limitations so they can actually charge Donald Trump with something like a felony. Now, Cohen, out of the book, out of his mouth, on stand, felony right there.
But nobody's seeing this part. A little off, just transitioning just a little bit, right? How messed up is our government?
Oh,
right?
It's awful.
When we'll say we cannot prosecute P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Puffy Combs, we can't prosecute him because what he did to Cassie was 8 years ago. Yet here you got Trump, who ain't got no video and no nothing doing anything wrong at all to any women, and he's on trial.
It's crazy.
How
he
does
has
that
an
make
NDA,
sense?
which is perfectly lawful.
I want to show something really quick, guys. I just want, for people that haven't seen it, I want you to see how small this is.
Oh, great.
Oh, God, Russo, this is a PG-13 show. Don't pull your pants down.
So
just because Germany legalized child porn doesn't mean.
So this is the full. This is where it is on the video, and maybe I can play this video too, the full video for context. But that's how small in the one part. Like, you can't tell me they caught that fast, had it all teed up, national media, and that was it. So I want to play it. Let's see if I can play it.
The economy booms. America is unleashed and an end to. What happens after Donald Trump wins? What's next for America? The economy booms. American energy.
Do you see how small that was? How shifty that is? Let me keep going.
Is unleashed and an end to crushing taxes. The border is closed and the largest deportation in history is underway. No more wars as we focus on home. Law and order is restored. The American dream is back and the best is yet to come. Make America great again.
All I could see was that unified Reich, and when they say all of those things, all I see is a whole bunch of immigrants going to concentration camps, dog. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, when you say concentration camps, can we just send them back home?
No, bro, they can't go back home, bro. They can't go back to their own country. Nobody wants them.
You know what you're asking for when you say that you're actually just teaching the government to practice on a group of people that they can do it on a bigger group of people later.
I'm not telling them to do nothing. I'm just saying that they were setting up FEMA camps back in 99. You know what I'm saying? They built all these Walmarts on purpose to turn into concentration camps. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's for the American people like everybody thought. I think that they might be getting ready to go ahead and put these Venezuelans and Nicaraguans and Hondurans and all these people who not wanted in their country. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? When a last type of people wasn't unwanted in any other country, they weren't wanted there. And what happened? We told them to leave and they didn't want to leave. Well, we didn't do it, but somebody else did back in the 1940s. And they said, hey, you need to get out of our country. You need to go now. And then they said, no, we're not going to leave. No, you need to go. You're putting people in debt. No, we're not going to leave. Okay, fine, furnace.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyways, guys, go ahead and check out our merch. We need a new shirt that's for no, we do have one. We have Vaccine Injured Lives Matter. So, and I'm saying this at the end of the show when there's no longer any algorithm. Oh, we already got screwed on this one. We have we had 400 people watching last week. We've got 89.
Still 50 on X versus other platforms.
Exactly. So we have a bunch of different shirts, different stuff. We got the Awake Not Woke hats. We've got a couple of these left. We got to actually do another drop on these. We've got new shirts coming out in a couple weeks. Actually, Casey, what's up, Cash? Before I say something, go ahead.
Got the streetlight shirt done yet, Nickel?
Yeah, I have. That's what I was about to say, Cash. So why don't you cool your jets?
I was about to crip walk all the way over there to Texas and put my foot up your
ass.
With how short your legs are, it would take 8 years.
Well, you'd have to get a response from your PO first.
Not as fast as I crip walk though. I'll be over there real quick, son.
Son of a bee sting. You know what, Casey? Let's do this right now. After the show, here's the deal, guys. We got something big going on. Big. No special code, no truth code, no nothing. Can you make the whole store, including Cash's shirts, everything for the next week until we put new shirts up is 30% off?
Whoa.
Everything 30%
automatically,
off.
or you said no code.
No code. 30% off.
Okay.
Until that'll make us get some new stuff up there, and then
All
we'll
right,
have a
I'm
new
gonna go
drop.
ahead and make a video about that tonight.
Go for it. Everything 30% off. So don't buy right now. Buy tonight, later tonight. We're gonna take everything from the store. Go to wakenowwokestore.com. Casey's already on it. Look, he's
All right,
like,
bro, you need to hurry up, bro. We got a thing to do, and I gotta eat. I'm hungry.
Cash, you
almost
you're
call
good.
me babe. What kind of
No.
time you on, bro? You almost said babe.
Gonna call you
You
big dog.
almost said babe.
I was gonna call you big dog.
He was about to say, babe, listen.
I was gonna say cash and B, and it came
Babe,
It came out in the middle.
Go ahead, get you some food.
Memorial Day sale. That's what it is. It's a cross the board Memorial Day sale. Boom goes the dynamite. Thank you, Bonnie. Facebook unfollowed you on my damn page. That happens. All right, that's it. Last thing, I'll just, you know what?
So I'm gonna kick you in the nads, bro.
What did I do wrong?
The Zoom meeting for tomorrow.
Oh, it does. I can just change it. I got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it'll be fine.
All right, fix it. All right.
It'll all start at 7. We're good. All right, I'll fix it. There it is.
All right,
Okay.
Jay Hawk, you the man, bro.
This man
Kathy,
is done.
Shannon, Bonnie, Rose, Marla, everybody else that's in the chat that watched this, we appreciate you guys so much. Please, if you could, share this video out. If you didn't do it early on, please share it and like this video right now. Just right now, like it. Boom, hit the button for me, please.
Boom, bam, bing.
All right,
Oh, the
everybody
one
else
thing I will
anything
say.
else?
Go to doubledownspeaking.com. Would love to help you guys on speaking tomorrow night. We've got that at 6 o'clock. Please join us. Speaking with, it's fun. It's a workshop. Your cameras are on. Cash, you're coming tomorrow night, right?
I don't know.
I hate you.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I got appointments scheduled for this whole, Freedom Box thing. People that couldn't make it tonight, they're going to be on. I got to do stuff with them. I'll try to get it knocked out so I can come over here and do the double down speaking. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't want to say yes and then not show up again.
These are good for you.
Right now.
Yes.
Right now, Tony.
Is it already up?
It's done.
All right, sweet. Cash, don't be a dipshit. Come to the class.
Unite, don't fight, be a street light only. You can be the change you wish to see in the world. When you get too stressed out, remember to pray, America. Woo! Yeah, brother.
Woo!
Did that on my own.
Hey,
Right.
Tony, come again. If we've changed it around a little bit. Would love to join. We would love to have you join. All right.
All right.
That's it.
All right.
Get the hell out of here. Go eat.
So you need. Oh yeah, I'm about to go eat. I'll see you guys later.
Jesus.
All right.
Go
Jesus.
eat now. Now. Go eat. Get out of here. God, it's funny watching him walk in the background. You would think that he'd be a full-size adult, but he's not. He's a lot shorter than that. Casey gets delivered food.
Yep.
I can't even get somebody to clean dishes after I cook. All right, guys. Good night.